Hello, Eagles, and welcome to the new year and new look at 22 for you. Along with our new look, we'll be bringing you segments featuring fun things to do, great places to go, and delicious food. We'll be tracking down all the excitement there is to have in Tallahassee. In this episode, we will explore the world of apps. TCC just introduced their very own free app created by app innovators, who we will talk to later in the show. We will also check out a one-stop shop for some of the best eats in town. And we'll learn what you need to know in case of a hurricane or a tropical storm. First, let's check out some clubs and organizations on campus. Hey guys, I'm here with Holly Hessen from the Honors Club. Now Holly, what is the Honors Club all about?
The Honors Club is something that people can do at TCC, and they can come, and it's a small community, and we can just come together and help each other on our homework. We have an honors lounge which has access to computers, and there's a microwave and a refrigerator, so we can put our lunch in there and warm it up and just have fun in there. So also it's a place where people can just be friends and create friendships.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. How do people get involved if they hear this and are like, yeah, that's definitely what I want to do?
Well, you have to aim to be in it, and you have to make it a goal. So you have to have good grades, and you have to have at least 2 requirements of the list that's online. And you can actually apply online now. We just started the application. And then after that, then you can be in the program and the club and just participate in all the stuff that we do.
Okay, well, Holly, why do you think it is important for students to get involved in the Honors Club and in these organizations and clubs?
It makes you really involved in the school instead of just having to come to school every day or a few days a week. And it just allows the students and myself to be more involved with school and just be able to have fun at school.
Okay, well, Holly, here's your chance to tell students who are thinking about maybe trying to strive for the Honors Club, have good grades, they're considering it. In 10 seconds, I want you to look at the camera and tell those students why they need to join the Honors Club.
Okay. You should definitely join the Honors Club because it is very fun, and also it looks good on your transcript. And it's just a great way to come and just interact with fellow students and have a wonderful time while doing that.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Holly. It's been great.
Okay, thank you.
Hey guys, I'm here with Jacob Dean from the Forensics or Speech and Debate team. Now, Jacob, what is the Speech and Debate team all about?
The Speech and Debate team is all about students across TCC and other different schools and universities who come together to debate over issues pertaining to the real world and compete in different categories in acting and just essentially getting to communicate with each other in a competitive sense about how to solve the world's problems.
Awesome. So how do students get involved with this if they hear this and think that that's for them?
Students can get involved by coming to one of the Tuesday night meetings that we have in the CH building. They can contact John Schultz and ask him about more information or look up the forensics page website on the school's main page.
Okay. Now, Jacob, why do you think it's important for students to get involved in clubs and organizations like Forensics or Speech and Debate?
Well, I can't speak for other clubs at all, but for forensics and speech and debate, it's important really because it gives you and anybody else who participates in it the opportunity to truly see different lives, different perspectives, etc. From an argumentative sense, you use that term loosely, in an argumentative sense, you really do get exposed to different ways of thinking and different viewpoints about the way the world functions and why it functions the way it does. But also through the traveling and the interacting with different people, you are literally exposed to all new different types of culture and places, and it's really just an expansionary activity in every way.
Okay, great. Well, now's your chance to talk to those students who see this and are considering joining. In 10 seconds, I want you to look at the camera and tell those students why they should join the Forensics team. Okay?
I'm going to LA and I'm getting paid to do it, and you can too.
Hi guys, I'm Claudia with this month's Hot Topic. Today we're talking about mobile apps. Is that a smartphone?
Why, yes it is.
Alright, so what are your top 3 favorite apps?
My top favorite apps are, Shazam. I like Shazam. My Wells Fargo app and WhatsApp.
Top 3 ones are the Bible, the dictionary, and Twitter. My favorite apps currently is Groupon and Bank of America.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. That's it.
Probably Facebook, Instagram, and my email.
So there's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pandora.
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Probably like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Which one's your all-time favorite and why?
Spotify, without a doubt. You can look up music, you don't have to go through all the trouble of going through iTunes. Any album you can find. If it's an album you couldn't find, you just type in the artist's name, it'll pull up all their tracks, albums, you know what I'm saying, everything. So Spotify by far.
Since I'm a nursing student right now, I have Medscape. Helps me out with all the medicines, interactions, diseases, conditions, whatnot.
I'm kind of a Facebook junkie. I like the Facebook. I got on my new phone now too, and on the old one.
Okay, cool.
Feeding my addiction.
And then it's an app called Badoo. A lot of people don't really know anything about Badoo, but it's like a dating site app. Oh, Badoo done been good, man. I done big numbers on Badoo. Shout out to Badoo. Shout out to the makers of Badoo.
It looks like he needs the alarm app. So if you was able to invent an app of your own, what would it be and why?
Probably a Groupon, like something like Groupon, probably directed towards more college students, because I see that Groupon is more directed towards middle-aged, like family.
If I could invent an app, it'd probably be an app that could do my homework for me, man, because I have a lot of stuff going on, because like a lot of college students is just college students, but I fit into that category of college students with kids.
Well, right now my screen's cracked, so probably an app that could fix my screen so it's not shattered.
Oh, my screen's cracked too.
Everyone did.
Yeah,
Mine's like completely broken. You can look at it.
Not like my screen.
Something that could fix that.
Yeah. Our phones are twins. Let's go check out what Nikki's finding out about mobile apps.
Yeah, this is it. Hey guys, I'm Nikki with your Gadget Review. Mobile apps are fun, creative, and helpful. I just use my phone to find app innovators. Let's check them out to see what they do. I'm here with Dustin at App Innovators. So Dustin, what is App Innovators?
App Innovators is Tallahassee's newest mobile app development company, founded right here in Tallahassee.
Okay, cool. So what's the difference between App Innovators and other app developers?
The biggest difference is we're actually here and local. We're not some voice online or they can call up. We're right here local. We'll come and meet with you and develop a mobile app for you.
So what are the future goals for the business that you guys have now?
Future goals is just to help a lot of businesses get better at communicating with either their clients or organizations with their members. In this very fast-paced world, communication is still going to be key, no matter which way you look at it, and apps is the next generation for that.
Okay, so tell us about a few of the apps that you actually created or in the process of creating.
A few of the apps we're creating right now, we're building a hurricane relief app, so that'll help a lot of people in the state of Florida get evacuation routes, find shelters, whether it's pet-friendly shelters or special needs shelters or just plain shelters. They'll be able to track the forecast and see the routes and stuff like that for the hurricanes. Another one we're building is for the Florida Veterans Association. It's going to help vets be able to find vet centers and different things for the vets.
Cool. So how can TCC students get involved with the app development?
TCC students, we would love some internships. We have a lot of apps to build, and we're kind of short-staffed, so we would love help from TCC students, show them the mobile marketing side of things, and see where we can go from there.
All right, cool. How can they get in touch with you guys?
They can go to www.appinnovators.com, or they can call us at 850-566-3789.
All right, thank you so much, Dustin.
No problem, thank you.
I chose a college
where my success is valued,
my future enhanced.
I chose a quality education
with a personal touch,
a gateway to universities
and careers,
and a door to the world.
More than 700 courses
and 80 programs,
online learning and smaller classes
with courses that fit my schedule and budget.
I chose Tallahassee Community College.
It's your choice.
Tallahassee Community College.
Welcome back to 22 for You. There's a lot more to come, but first, let's check out a few more clubs and organizations. Hey guys, I'm here with David Proctor, coach of the Brain Bowl team here at TCC. Now, Mr. Proctor, what is the Brain Bowl all about?
The TCC Brain Bowl team is a great activity to get involved in. What we do is we have competitions against the other community colleges. We play their teams, And the students compete in the areas of math and science, history, English, geography, literature, all the academic subjects, social science. And it's very much like Jeopardy. If you go watch Jeopardy, you'll be familiar with it. And the best part about it is if you make the team, we have competitive tryouts in the fall. Come see me. I'll tell you all about how to do it. There is a scholarship. The top 5 brain bowlers that make the team earn a cash scholarship, which varies in amount depending on the budgetary situation, but it's usually at least $1,000, sometimes more in better years. And it's just a straight up cash scholarship. We have 2 trips where we go to tournaments that are all expenses paid. You just have to sit there and know things and hit the buzzer, okay, and we'll take you if you do that.
Here's your chance to talk to them and tell them why they should really join. I want you to look at the camera and in 10 seconds, go ahead and tell them why. Try and convince them.
Okay, 10 seconds. Academic skills, it's fun, you learn a lot, you make friendships, you get to travel to a couple of fun trips, and you get a nice scholarship if you win and make the team. So it's a win-win all around.
Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Proctor.
You're welcome.
Hey guys, I'm here with Taylor Shaw from Curtain Call and Theater TCC. Now Taylor, what is Theater TCC and Curtain Call all about?
Well, Theater TCC and Curtain Call is a student-run organization where we basically work on the shows that we're doing here. And right now we're doing Sylvia and the Curious Savage, and in the spring we are doing Fame the Musical. Whether you're an actor, an actress, or you're into backstage type things like costume design, makeup, set design, this is definitely the club for you.
How can students get involved with Theater TCC or Curtain Call?
They can actually go to the TCC website and click on the clubs link, and you'll find the Curtain Call link. And you can find my information at Taylor Shaw, and you can email me from there, or Eva Parks, which is the theater director.
Okay, Taylor, now why do you think it's important for students to get involved in clubs and organizations like Theater or Curtain Call?
I think it's important for students to get involved with clubs like Curtain Call or TCC Theater because if you're really interested in theater, you'll get more experience and it's working towards what you want to do. So it's fun.
Okay, so here's your chance to tell students who are thinking about joining why they really should sign up. I want you to look at the camera and go ahead and tell them why in 10 seconds.
Right. TCC Theater is super exciting and we're a big happy family, so you'll have a lot of fun and you'll get a lot of experience.
Thank you so much, Taylor.
This is Susan, and today I'm at TCC's Bright Future Ice Cream Social event hosted by the Florida Lottery. The Florida Bright Future Scholarship Program rewards Florida high school graduates with scholarships for high academic achievement. The Florida Lottery has sent more than 550,000 high school graduates to college. Let's go check out more of the event and the scholarship program.
In 1997, the legislature created this opportunity for students in Florida. But here's what I find just amazing, and I hope you do as well. To date, the lottery has contributed more than $3.6 billion to send more than 550,000 students in Florida to Florida colleges and universities. That is amazing.
And here at TCC, more than 16,000 of those scholarships, representing over 20 million, have been awarded to students attending Tallahassee Community College. That's something to really celebrate, Mr. President.
I'm here with Mary Jane. So do you receive Bright Future Scholarship?
Yes, 75%.
And how does that benefit you?
Helps me pay for my tuition here at TCC.
And what are you planning on using the scholarship for?
I plan on using the scholarship to help me pay for my education so I can become a registered nurse.
That's awesome. Why do you want to go into nursing?
Because I love helping people and working with others, and I just think it would be the right place for me, right job.
Great, thanks so much. So Hunter, do you receive Bright Futures?
I do indeed receive Bright Futures.
And how have you benefited from receiving Bright Futures?
It's helped me pay for my tuition for classes and as well as my books to make it through these classes.
And what are you using Bright Futures for?
I'm using Bright Futures for medical school later on down the road at FSU.
Cool, thanks so much. Shelby, do you receive Bright Future Scholarship?
Yes.
And how have you benefited from receiving the scholarship?
I get extra money every semester.
What are you planning on doing with the scholarship?
I plan on paying off my credit cards from buying all those books.
What are you majoring in?
Criminology.
And why did you choose criminology to major in?
I'm going to be a forensics major.
Great, thanks so much.
Now, from burgers and fries to curry chicken and rice, the hippest places to get your favorite foods have gone mobile. Now, I'm here with Rebecca Kelly, the president of the Tallahassee Food Truck Association. Now, Rebecca, why do you think these food trucks have become so popular?
Food trucks are the next wave in entrepreneurship for restaurant owners. This is the best way for creative culinarians to get their food to the people without having all of the expense of a traditional brick and mortar restaurant. You can come out to a food truck and get filled up for $6 to $12 and get the same kind of food that you'd get in a traditional restaurant.
Now, what's something that people need to know before they actually come out here to the Food Truck Thursday?
Well, the Food Truck Hub is a really great place to come hang out. Most of the trucks accept cards, all of us accept cash. If you're coming out, come early. Parking can get a little hairy. We do have parking on our lot, and we also have parking across the street at the Northwood Center on MLK, and we have a shuttle service to help people get back and forth from that. And also bring your own chairs because the seating is kind of limited.
Okay. Now, do you guys have any plans on expanding past Thursdays?
We do. We have a lot of big plans in the works. We want to expand Food Truck Thursday to be a weekend-long event, and we're actually looking at another location that's going to be able to support the growth that we've experienced in the last year, because we started this last April and there were 6 trucks, and now we have 9 trucks and live music every week, and we have at least 3 people every week trying to figure out how they can get their new food truck in here as well. So we're looking at different sites, and like I said, we're looking to do maybe a Friday lunch, a Saturday dinner, and a Sunday brunch in addition to Food Truck Thursday. So stay tuned in the fall. We've got some exciting things going on with the Food Truck Association.
Awesome. It seems like you guys are going really fast.
Yes.
All right, well, thank you so much, Rebecca.
Thank you, Sarah.
We specialize in pizzas that are baked in an oven, brick oven, with wood, a firewood oven.
Now, what's your best-selling pizza?
Cheese and pepperoni, but also all the combinations of veggies, people like them too.
We specialize in comfort food, so we do macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, grilled cheese sandwiches. We have a burger, it's more like a meatloaf sandwich called the Ritz, and then our most popular item is our shepherd's pie wrap. We take a beef and pork combination, top it with fresh vegetables, fresh garlic mashed potatoes, cheese, a little bit of ranch, all in a 10-inch tortilla. It's $7 and it'll fill you up.
That sounds delicious.
And we got empanadas, we got maduros, plantains, and hot dogs, burgers. We got about 15 items.
We like to do modern Asian street food, so that incorporates all of Asia, including with a lot of American barbecue and just a lot of different flavors all combined and fused together. Whether it's like tacos, burritos, or Vietnamese banh mi sandwiches, we kind of do it all.
We know that we're getting someone who is trained and educated, but on top of that, it tells us that generally speaking, these are local people. They have a commitment to our community.
Tallahassee Community College is in our community. The students are from our community, which is why local businesses can rely on TCC to help grow our community.
It's always great to have resources, people committed to not just our mission, but the mission to serve the people in our region. And if you live here, your commitment to the area tends to be a little bit higher.
Hey guys, welcome back. Now, hurricanes, tropical storms, low pressure systems, and high winds, what does it all mean? I recently got to speak to an expert about what we as students need to know about preparing for a major storm. I'm here with Nancy Dignon, a well-known meteorologist here in the Tallahassee area, as well as professor of meteorology here at TCC. Now, Nancy, what's the difference between a tropical storm and a hurricane?
That's actually kind of easy. The true difference is wind speed. Tropical storm is when, it's an area of low pressure, but the wind speeds are between 39 and 73 miles per hour. If they hit 74 or higher, then it becomes a hurricane.
Okay. Now, I've obviously heard a lot about hurricane preparedness, and could you tell us why that's so important?
Well, honestly, you just kind of don't want to be caught with your pants down. You know, nobody wants to run at the last minute to a store and try to find some supplies that are now not there. So, you know, we try to encourage people to do it ahead of time. You know, June 1st, the hurricane season begins. We want people to try to at least think about it, have a plan, or maybe some supplies, non-perishables at that point, but certainly before a storm gets closer, before you get under a watch or a warning. So ahead of time is the best time to do it.
Yeah, of course. So could you tell us some things that students should think about when creating a hurricane emergency plan?
Well, I guess the first thing is whether or not you need to leave, evacuate, or go or stay. And most of the time in Tallahassee, we're about 23 miles from the coast, we're generally okay. So that would be good. If you were living in a mobile home, if you were in a low spot that floods, you might think about having a place to go or a friend to stay with. That would be one thing that you'd want to do. And then, you know, what are you going to need? Assume power's going to go out. Assume you're going to need some supplies for about 3 to 5 days. You know, they always say, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. So, you know, the normal stuff. You get some batteries, flashlights. We don't really like candles anymore. It's a fire danger. So if you're in a home with your parents and they've got some things to do, loose objects outside in, protect the outside of the glass. If you have shutters, if you have plywood, you put it all up. And once you do that, then it's, you know, batteries, food, water. You know, they estimate 1 gallon of water per person per day. People often say, fill up the bathtub. Well, the bathtub isn't for drinking. It's not potable. The bathtub is for flushing in case there's no water coming through and you can use the facilities, or if you needed to boil some water for uses like that. And then, you know, I think these days it's kind of easy. You know, what are you going to eat? So breakfast is easy. You've got granola bars, you got power bars. You know, you could get by with peanut butter and jelly, and I think, you know, normally in the aftermath of a hurricane, if the power's gone out, it's everything that was refrigerated has to be cooked. You know, if you're going to leave a place, important things with you, insurance papers, documents, that kind of stuff. I think for students, it's probably not something that they're as concerned about, but making sure that they're in a safe place, the lowest floor of a house or a building, away from windows, make sure those windows are protected. Another thing I probably want to mention is they suggest that you get some money, cash, because a lot of times stores won't be able to take credit cards. You know, those lines go down. So have a little bit of cash. You know, your gas in your car ahead of time, again, for the same reason. If the power goes out, you can't get gasoline in case you need to leave later. And then if you have prescriptions that need to be filled, think about that ahead of time. This way you're not waiting at the last minute, or if you can't get someplace, to have something that may be very important to you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nancy.
You're welcome.
Now you guys have all the information you need to be prepared.
I'm Nikki here at the Tallahassee Primary Care Associates, and I am with Dr. Cody Van Landingham, and we're going to talk about how you can stay your healthiest this semester. So let's just talk about for students. What recommendations do you have for students to stay their healthiest this semester?
Well, I think it's very important to try to stay with preventative medicine. That's a big part of what I do. I think the biggest thing I could tell most students is to try to focus on their lifestyle, which means stay active, stay healthy. If you can get out there 30 minutes of aerobic exercise every day, I don't care what it is, biking, swimming, whatever you're into, if you can just stay active, that's going to take you a long way. The other thing is your diet. Make sure you're not trying to not eat as much fast food and trash and stuff like that. Of course, everybody's going to do some of that to some degree probably, but if you can try your best to just eat healthy and exercise on a regular basis, that's going to take you a long way.
Do you think it'll be a little difficult for college students to eat healthy, though, because they're used to fast food, ramen noodles, Chef Boyardee? So how does that work for college students, though?
Well, I think it can be difficult for anybody. I think people get into a little bit of a rut every now and then, but really, if you look at it and you look at what is healthy, there are options out there, and it's endless online, different diets. You got to find out what works for you. You know, I don't like to put people in boxes and say you eat this or that, and I'm not against eating a splurge meal once a week or anything like that. Don't be misled, but I think it's pretty easy. You just have to take the time to do it. Once you get going with it and you find out what works for you and what you like, I think you do just fine.
Well, you know, with so many different things going on, viruses, how can students stay healthy on college campuses? It's a little difficult. How can they stay healthy?
Absolutely, and a viral spread is something that's going to happen, but I think our goal is to try to minimize it. You know, your colds, your flus, your things like that, and the best way, first and foremost, is hand sanitization. You're washing your hands frequently after you sneeze, after you cough, keeping some hand sanitizer with you, use it on a regular basis. That's going to go a long way to prevent the spread, and obviously if you're acutely ill with fever and stuff, try to stay home if you can, depending on the circumstance, in order to you know, minimize the spread.
Right. So I don't know if this is a little random for you, but does everybody have to get a flu shot?
Well, I strongly recommend it. Okay, I think it's worth the investment. You got to remember, there's thousands of people that die every year in this country alone from complications of the flu. You cannot get the flu from having the flu shot, which is a common misconception. So, unless there's a contraindication, like you're known to have an allergy to it, or you're under the age of 6 months, or something like that, there are certain episodes that you might not want to get the flu shot. But for the greater majority of students, I would highly recommend getting it on an annual basis just to prevent illness.
Right, and we do want to push the services for the students. So do you guys offer any healthcare services here for them?
Absolutely. What we do here, and a large part of all TPCA, is just primary care. That goes from everything from preventative, physicals annually, management of chronic disease, if you have diabetes, asthma, one of these things, or acute issues too, urgent care. If you have the flu, if you come down with something, you don't know what's going on, you need to be seen right away. We do that as well. Lacerations, cuts, repairs, things like that. We do a little bit of everything here at TPCA.
So thank you so much, Dr. Cody. It's awesome talking to you.
Hey, thanks for coming by.
No problem. And you guys make sure you have a safe and healthy semester. I'm Nikki with 22 for You.
I'm here with Royce Levitt, whose song Perfume is featured on our show Open. Now, Royce, you've been called the man with a velvet voice. How would you describe your sound?
I would describe it as soul because I play whatever comes to me in my soul, but a lot of people like to call it hip-hop rock, so I guess we'll just go with that, I guess.
Hip-hop rock. Yeah. Okay, could you tell us a little bit about your album, My Hopeless Romance?
My Hopeless Romance, well, it's the newest release, and I'm really, really excited about it. Me and my producer, Julian Cruz, we worked really hard on it. And it's totally different from all my other albums. It has a lot of experience now. My first album, Autism, came out more so, me still finding my voice and still finding who I am. Mm-hmm. And the second one, Acoustic Incentive, was very home for me because it was just me and my guitar, and I got to just share out of my heart. But this one, I've been through so much more, and actually still going through stuff that, carries on from the album. So I'm really excited about My Hopeless Romance. It's not just talking about, romantic love, but it's more so saying love in a whole. There's romantic love, and there's brotherly love, and there's love for your generation, love for change, love at a hurt, love lost, and that's what it's all talking about. It's a really great album, and I hope everybody enjoys it.
Oh, well, that all definitely comes across in your album. Okay. Now, I know you have a ton of fans. How can your new fans know where you'll be playing?
You can definitely always find out what I'm doing by my website, roycelevitt.com. On the website, I have every single social network you can find me on. Twitter, I'm on there, taking pics of everything I do, letting you know when I walk on stage. But you can definitely find out any dates where I'm playing, anything that I'm doing, new music. I usually do put out some new free stuff on my website, and I don't tell anybody about it because I just want people to go there and be like, oh, that's new. I'm going to check that out. But definitely anything you want to find out is at my website.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And thank you for joining us on this episode of 22 for You. Remember, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Enjoy your moment of Zen.
Woke up this morning with one thing on my mind. Tell me, can I redo everything I did last night? 'Cause I know you and you know me. So tell me why we couldn't be much more than we are. Yeah. Is it not practical for us to fall in love like on the movie screens? The kisses and the hugs, the leather jackets and cool dance moves, and the gang of friends that's down to do what it do. Oh, I hope it's not too fictional. Even if it is, I don't wanna know, 'cause I believe in love, and I know you do. That's why you always put with the stupid